I mean, if you're a Bears fan, you're thinking forward progress. Come on.
10, 219, 219.
Forward Progress, a Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Bowen on 312 Sports.
You know that you get Forward Progress awarded to you here. It's what we do. We are able to give you Forward Progress because it is, after all, free. And you just have to subscribe or download the whole thing. So it is given to you as we talk Bears and we talk NFL here on 312 Sports. Dan Bernstein and Matt Bowen. So the question is, are the Bears planning to bring back DeAndre Swift as you can call him their primary ball carrier, even though Kyle Monangai was a fabulous surprise. And I was interested to read the quotes that Jason Leisure in the Sun-Times got today because the math works out this way. The Bears can get out of Swift's contract with a $1.3 million buyout. If they want to bring him back, he is under contract at an affordable $8.8 million. The word affordable was Leisure's word there. But he tracked him down, and here is what DeAndre Swift had to say. When asked, are they going to have him back? Or is he going to stay? He said, I have no idea. Hopefully I did enough for them to want me back because I know I don't want to go anywhere else. I hope it plays out that way. I love the city. I love the coaching staff and the men that I work with. That's out of my control. But if I had it my way, I'd be back. I don't want to play nowhere else. Well, that's pretty definitive.
Seems like it. Yeah, there's no wiggle room there.
No. I don't know if they want him back. I don't know. He certainly did everything asked of him after underperformance last year, and then he was bad in the first couple of games. And then he got good. And he made any number of significant plays for them. Obviously, somebody in the same room as Kyle Monangai, been watching all the film and bringing along a rookie. I would imagine that he had some importance in that, and maybe because you're switching running backs coaches now from Eric Bieniemy to Eric Studesville, who obviously is a very different, same first name, but a very different kind of demeanor. I don't know what role they feel DeAndre Swift may have played in the acclimation and progression of their seventh-round rookie, but if they can upgrade inexpensively, they still might.
Yes, I think we just have to have more information. Like who would they be looking at then were it not DeAndre Swift? Because you're talking about an offensive unit that was a top 5 rushing unit. And DeAndre Swift was a significant part of that, obviously. And at $8.8 million, it's not a lot.
No, not for somebody who's contributed as much as he had. His yards per carry was up from 3.8 to 4.9.
Right. So unless they believe that he is not going to be able to produce at the same level or close to that level once again, then it would be reasonable to look at other options. But I want to know why they would think that he wouldn't be able to do that. It's not like he had some injury at the end of the season or something he has to deal with here in this offseason to get healthy for again. Seems perfectly healthy and good to go and understood the scheme rather well. And after that bye week early on in the year, he started to run the ball differently and see the scheme differently as well. So I would just like to know what or who they'd be looking at, and certainly don't want them to take a flyer on a guy that might have some potential. I want a guy in that place that has done it and that can do it because he's been there and he's done it.
Swift was 12th in the league in rushing. He just turned 27. So that's not an issue at all as far as age or tread on the tire. He did catch only 34 passes for 299 yards and a touchdown. And you compare that to what he did with the Lions in 2021, 452 yards, 2 touchdowns, 62 catches, targeted 78 times. He said, I can do more. I wish I would have been able to contribute a little more in the passing game. We've got so many pass catchers on the field, so whenever it does come up, I try to make something happen with it, but I do know I could do more.
Yeah, and in that area of catching the ball out of the backfield, he did leave something to be desired from your number one back, but I think that's a combination of, as he mentioned there, the number of pass catchers on the field at any given time. And I think some deficiencies that Caleb Williams showed at times in getting the ball out properly to running backs, while there was also some drops on his part too. So it was a combination of a lot of things. But he certainly can do more and should be able to do more catching the football out of the backfield in this offense.
It's also way down my priorities list.
Correct. I agree. 100%, yes.
I have no problem with somebody saying, we have an X number of dollars allotted at the running back position, 8.8. If we can cut that down to, if we can get the same kind of production with less and improve our pass rush, there are these decisions that have to be made, and I'm not shying away from that. I would love to be able to pay everybody everything, but they've got to be careful around the margins right now, especially before you're looking at some other big payouts. So it depends on Ben Johnson himself and his approximation of what replacement level is in his offense with this offensive line, what a reasonable approximation is of replacement level and how much over that they want to spend. And then they'll make that decision.
And like overall, you have to look at their total contract issues and the salary cap issues. So if he's at 8.8 million and you could buy him out at 1.3, what are you getting out there in free agency at $3 to $5 million a year? And then along with the buyout, so you're looking anywhere from 4.3 to 6.3. So if you're willing to save, $2 or $3 million, are the Bears really at that point where $2 or $3 million makes a significant difference in another area?
Or does the structure of the contract make some difference in the year after? Like they haven't even, we don't even know what the larger plan is about extensions and who they're retaining and who they're letting go. Both safeties are up. They got to figure out who's playing those positions. They're probably going to lose Tremaine Edmonds, as we've discussed. And then, I like the fact that all signs would point to DeAndre Swift being back, unless there were some sort of unforeseen change in their budgeting, or the negatives have long outweighed the positives for Ben Johnson. And if he thinks that there's just something the running back position needs to produce that it didn't in a league when they were, third in rushing in the league, right? Is that what you said? So yeah, I don't know. You're in a good situation if you are confident enough that either Kyle Monangai is ready to take over the full load, that you've got somebody in the pipeline. I don't think it's going to be Britton Brown. I don't think you have somebody who's sort of hanging around the roster just waiting for that opportunity. Yeah. But if the default scenario is the return of the 12th leading rusher in the league, I'm cool.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the Bears safeties, and Matt Bowen on ESPN put out a really neat little piece on NFL free agency, which starts March 3rd. So we're still just a little bit of ways from free agency starting. But he on ESPN, they listed the top 50 free agents not too long ago. And then what he did is circled back to that and found what he thinks would be the best landing spot for those top 50 free agents. And he did it based on team need, the team scheme, whether it's offensive or defensive scheme, and then a potential future production for each player. Okay. And I wanted to highlight a few names because a couple involve the Bears here. So let's start there. And what he looked at is safety. And the Rams safety, Cam Curl, he said would be a good fit for the Chicago Bears. And
if you remember that name, it was Cam Curl who intercepted the ill-fated Caleb Williams pass on the play where it looked like DJ Moore was confused or sleepy.
Something happened, yes.
Something clearly happened.
So he says Cam Curl would be a really good fit for the Bears, and then also mentions in his paragraph, his blurb about Cam Curl, that might be a good fit for the Bears to bring back Kevin Byard. So you're looking at safeties of Cam Curl and Kevin Byard. So then you would ask yourself, well, what about Jaquan Brisker? And he has Brisker as a free agent landing with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I don't think there's really Jaquan Brisker has played his way into a position as NFL safety anywhere. I don't think there's a specific scheme where he's necessarily they're going to say, well, we just run stuff he can't play. I think Brisker, if his concussion history allows, will have a nice long career for that position. I would be worried if I were signing him on the fact that he nearly missed an entire season because of concussions.
Yep.
And because of the unpredictability of traumatic brain injury, this might be something where the wrong hit in the wrong place at the wrong time would possibly end his career.
Another name that mentioned by Matt Bowen, Nashawn Wright, and he has the New York Giants as a good landing spot for the Bears cornerback. And we've talked about him at length over the last couple weeks, and seeing numbers anywhere from like 13 to 16 million per.
How high does he have him ranked? I'm just curious where he fits in, because it's kind of boom or bust with him. There are going to be teams with Nashawn Wright that just think there's no way a journeyman end of roster player who happened to have this year is all of a sudden this good.
Right, to strike lightning in a bottle once again.
Well, there are others who are going to say, look, the defensive line sucked. And for him to have this kind of year where they had no pass rush means it was an even better year than we thought. Yeah, he's 37 of 50 is where he's ranked here.
But he has him landing with the New York Giants as a spot. A couple other names I just wanted to point out, I thought were fun to look at. He has Malik Willis landing in Miami.
As the new starter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Romeo Doubs leaving Green Bay and ending up in Las Vegas. Enjoy that.
I noticed Trey Hendrickson to the Colts.
Another name that I thought was interesting was Khalil Mack with the Buccaneers. He has Joey Bosa landing with division rival Lions.
Okay.
And then your guy also landing with the Buccaneers to team up with Khalil Mack, Alex Anal Zone.
Highway to the anal zone.
And I'd be fine not seeing him anymore twice a year. And then any other Lions games I watch.
You just don't like him? Or you think he's been too good against the Bears?
Well, I'm just not a fan, that's all.
You don't like the flowing blonde locks?
Maybe take a visit to the barber. That's all.
It's a little much. Yeah, but you're not mad at Andrew Van Ginkel.
Are
you?
The same way? No, I'm not.
Then why are you mad?
Because he's like, if he was like the grindy try hard guy, it's just really annoying. Like if he'd be like the Cub fans' favorite baseball player that never plays.
I get it.
You know,
I get it. Yeah, I know.
Speaking of that, real quick, I know we're doing football here, but
yes.
You know a guy that the Cub fans are going to love?
Moises Ballesteros?
He's going to love being in Chicago is Alex Bregman. Dude, he's going to love his time here. And I've seen more
so baseball-y.
I've seen more personality, though, from Alex Bregman in the last couple of weeks than I saw from Cody Bellinger and Kyle Tucker in 2 years.
Well, Kyle Tucker just isn't interesting. Cody Bellinger actually is, but not publicly.
Yes.
Like people love Cody Bellinger.
Oh yeah, I know. But that's all I said. I've seen more personality in like 2 weeks than I have in 2 years from both.
It's also guys. Very carefully packaged. I will say that too. He presents himself how he wants to present himself.
Well, I like whatever the motivation is behind it. I like what I'm seeing.
Yeah, his father is a successful politician, and I know that he's and I'm not saying that any of this comes from a bad place. I'm just saying that Alex Bregman is very aware of how he comports himself publicly, very aware of his image, aware of every camera. And again, this is not necessarily a negative criticism in any way. It's just something that is very, very clear about every move, every step, every time he says something, he's on top of it.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Matt Miller put out a new article. We'll talk to our guy, Matt Miller, here soon in this offseason. He took a look, and obviously the first round of the draft, you're going to have 32 first-rounders, and every year he gives a grade of the guys in the draft that he believes are actual first round grades. Okay. So obviously you have to, he does his mock drafts and he'll have 32 in the first round, obviously. But each year he designates which guys he believes are truly first round draft picks.
Okay, because the truth is when you start adding up everyone's mock draft, there's like 3 rounds worth of first round picks.
Correct. So what Matt Miller has in 2025, for example, last year, he graded out 13 players as true first round day one guys.
Okay.
Which is low.
That's very low.
Yes. This year, it's even lower. He has 11. He gave 11 players actual first round day one grades.
Now, but what's the context? I need to know the specific definition. That is first round grades against what backdrop? This is in the context of what other years? Or is this just something? Well,
I'll pull it up.
I'm just. How do you?
I get it.
Because the first round is defined by those 32. 32. I always lose track of how many. 30. Like
32 in football.
Yep.
30. Yeah, I always forget how many are in baseball.
Is it 30?
No, not baseball. The baseball's 30. How many are in basketball? That's what I always.
Too many.
Although everyone seemed to love the new format for the All-Star game.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I just like that it was shorter, little shorter games made it more entertaining to watch.
And then everybody starts all these myths about, well, back in the day they played hard. No, they didn't.
They played defense.
No, they didn't. No, quit lying. I've saw those games. I watched those games. The only time I've ever seen people play hard at an All-Star game, and I'm not talking about Pete Rose being a psycho, was in the minor leagues. Sometimes you get people. It's the only time they're going to be in front of scouts. It's the only time people are ever going to see them back in the day, and I have seen teams play hard in some of those, but no. All right, do we have the context here?
No, hang on, I'm pulling it up. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where it went to.
Okay, well, we'll hold that. We'll table that for the moment.
I'll get it.
I'm just curious how we decided. Like, I say there's only 11. Okay, good for you. I say there's 2. This sounds like when Terry and I were kicking people out of the halls of fame just arbitrarily based on whether we wanted them there or not.
All right, the first round of the 2026 NFL Draft will see 32 players selected, but how many of those players have true first-round grades? There's a difference between going in round 1 and being graded in round 1, and now that we're just over 2 months away from the opening of the 2026 Draft on April 23rd in Pittsburgh, I didn't know it was in Pittsburgh. Good for them. I have identified the players who I believe are no-brainer day one guys. The average draft class has roughly 15 players who are deemed first-round talents. Though the number varies by team and scouting department, these special evaluations are reserved for prospects who would be round 1 selections regardless of the year. And my own guideline is whether a player would have been a first rounder in each of the past 5 classes.
Okay. In each of the past 5 classes.
Yes,
and who is this again?
Matt Miller.
Okay.
I gave only 13 first-round grades in the 2025 class, the lowest number I've ever awarded, but the 2026 class actually has fewer at the moment, only 11. For context, the final list in 2024 had 18 names on it. 2023 had 20. So here are the players who deserve a first-round grade on my board. Players' overall rankings are in parentheses after their names. One last update in April. So here's who he has. He has one quarterback currently in Fernando Mendoza and has him ranked number 2 overall.
That sounds about right.
He has one running back, and that's Jeremiah Love from Notre Dame, and he has him ranked number 1 overall.
He's been consistent on that.
Yes, he has. He has 2 wide receivers in Mekhi Lemon from USC, number 8 overall, and Carnell Tate from Ohio State, number 9 overall.
Not Jeremiah Smith.
Nope, just those 2 guys, that's it, at wide receiver.
Okay.
He has 1 tight end, and that's from Oregon, Kenyon Sadiq, number 11 overall. And again, these were the 11 guys he had. This is number 11. 1 offensive tackle from Miami, number 5 overall, is Francis Magoa. How do I pronounce this? Magoa, Mauigoa, Don't want to mispronounce his name. Sorry.
Nawagoa. Okay.
Francis. So that's one offensive tackle only, number 5 overall. He has 0 interior offensive linemen.
That makes sense.
Has 2 edge rushers, David Bailey from Texas Tech at number 6, and Reuben Bain Jr.
From Miami.
Miami, number 10.
He's a monster.
He has 0 defensive tackles. And then the 2 linebackers from Ohio State, he has Arvell
Reese,
number 4, and then Sonny Styles. Also how you dress from Ohio State, number 7.
I don't even dress in a Sunny style. I dress in no style.
0 cornerbacks in this so far
today.
And then he has 1 safety listed, and that's, of course, Caleb Downs from Ohio State, and he's number 3 overall.
Wow. That's
so Jeremiah Love
for safety.
Fernando Mendoza, and then Caleb Downs, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. But it's very interesting that those are the only guys who would have been first round graded in any of the last 5 classes.
Correct.
Okay.
So, and that number might increase. Right now his initial take at this is the lowest he's had in quite some time with 11.
Now, that does not necessarily mean it's a bad draft.
It doesn't. It's just that's where he's at on the initial take.
It also may mean that there's a nice, useful blob of NFL players, not to be confused with the blob, capital T, capital B, but there might be a glut of useful NFL players and maybe some of those interior linemen, 2nd, 3rd round, that you can find really, really good players if you're just not talking about some of those elite graded players.
And then talking about graded players too, Daniel Jeremiah from NFL.com, he put out his 2nd mock draft, so the 2.0.
Okay.
And I'm keeping a running track here of all these different mock drafts and the players they have going in the Bear slot. So I wanted to see if anything had changed for Daniel Jeremiah. The first time around in his initial take of his 2026 draft, he had the Bears taking Dylan Theinman, a safety out of Oregon.
All right.
So in his second take here at the draft 2.0, he has the Bears selecting at 25 defensive tackle out of Clemson, Peter Woods.
Peter Woods. That sounds like a porn name.
It sure does, actually. That's a good call.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be at the sex dungeon a lot. Prospect grade of 6.36 on NFL Network. So if you're, I don't know if you're familiar with how they do the grading.
I believe that puts him around like a solid NFL starter.
Will eventually be a plus starter.
Yes.
And then from there it goes to will be a good starter within 2 years, boom or bust potential, year 1 starter. That's a 6.7 to a 6.9 grade. A 7 to a 7.3 is Pro Bowl talent. 7.3 to 7.5 would be a perennial All-Pro. So he gets a grade of 6.36, so potential eventually be a plus starter. 6'3", 310. His strengths are powerful and explosive athlete. Lateral quickness frequently defeats attempted reach blocks. Ties hands with feet. That's interesting.
Ties hands with feet. That's a new scouting term. I like. Yep. I know what it means, but I love the image of actually being hog-tied like a roped calf. But it just means that his feet and hands will work in concert.
To slide across the blocker's face and into gaps, he explodes his hips through initial contact at point of attack. Good feel for finding the seam to split the double team. Good anticipation to shed quickness to tackle as a two-gapper. He has a sturdy base, which allows for more consistent recovery and sets booming picks on blockers in twist game. His weaknesses, plays lighter but gives more ground against single blocks, took chances that failed to pay off in the run game, short arms prevent him from keeping blockers out of his frame. That's one I don't like. Because that's something you can't teach or change.
Arms prevent him from keeping yeah, that's not great. And that usually portends a switch inside.
Yeah.
Like that's what people are saying. Remember, with all our talking about Will Campbell in the terrible game that he had, that's part of his problem, is arm length.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, that's not something you can teach or develop or grow unless they've found a way to
Grow
lengthen
longer arms.
Right.
Let's go.
Get him in the NFL.
Run it
lab.
again. Run it again. Longer arms this time. What do you want me to do? Come on, man.
Like stretching his arms out at night. Average twist quickness to set off a schemed rush. No real primary moves to reliably open an edge. Again, something you can develop though. But yeah, nothing really stands out significantly except for those short arms. I just don't like that because you get an interior lineman that can eat you up pretty quick and get glued to you. You're not getting away.
Yeah, usually you hear more about it, like I say, on the offensive side.
Mm-hmm.
But usually depending on where you're lined up and what you're asked to do, they describe him as a two-gapper, which means I'm trying to think where he might fit in a Dennis Allen system that's a little in between, where you're not asking a guy to be one of these big, like sort of space eaters, but you also want them to be physical and win up front. That sounds to me, because of a lack of length, that sounds to me like it's not a Dennis Allen prototype.
Well, here's the
first
overview. Woods is a young interior defender with room to add play strength as he fills out his frame. He's not a pure 1 or 2 gap fit, but he's capable in both schemes. He plays with good lower body explosiveness into initial contact, keeping his hands and his feet synced to work around blocks when needed. He's more of an active brawler than double team eating tree stump.
Oh, okay. I mean, the brawler part fits.
Yes, it does. Shorter arms allow blockers to crowd his frame and force him to fight harder at the point. Yet his ability to overtake and win as the rep progresses is impressive.
Okay. And give me the height and weight again.
6'3", 310. He lacks quick win talent as a solo rusher, but he's fully functional as part of a pocket collapsing collective. His 2024 tape might be a better representation of his upside, but Woods clearly has the potential to become a solid starter in an even front. NFL comparison is Christian Wilkins.
Okay. A solid starter in an even front.
Mm-hmm.
All right, which means that's a defined position. He's not a nose. He's not a 5 technique. All right. He's better than Andrew Billings, probably.
Yes. I would think so. I think he can move a little better than Big Bill, even though
we love him, but I don't expect him to be back.
No. All right, so yeah, we're gonna add Peter Woods to our list of mock draft participants.
Speaking of which, we got an email yesterday about our roster, about the names that we're putting together?
Yes.
That we skipped somebody?
Who?
Add them to the list.
Oh, add him to the list.
You didn't see that?
I didn't. Add him to the list.
Yeah, it was an email that came in that was yelling at us, basically saying, hey, guys, this was Matt in Missouri who sent this in.
Thanks, Matt.
And Matt said, you were talking about adding guys. You have to add them to the list.
Do it. Done. Add them to the list. You know what? My wife had a funny suggestion to me. The other day, we took Lucas and Jackson to Volo Auto Museum, and they have like big antique shops.
I've never been. My dad loves that place.
It's awesome. But their antiquing stuff, too, is awesome. So, like, you just walk through building after building of just treasure hunting.
Okay.
And we were out looking for cards. And like playing sports cards.
Okay.
And so, because some of the vendors, they have, unopened packs of cards. And so we actually found one that had 1990 NBA cards.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was funny. So we're sitting in the car, and the boys are going to rip them open. They each got them a pack. And Jack's like, wait, who's good in 1990? And I said, all right. I go, here's a good one. I go, if you can get a rookie Kendall Gill, I bet you I can get it signed for you. So, dude, he opens it up, and the fourth card he pulls is a rookie Kendall Gill.
No way.
Yes.
Was he on the Nets?
Hornets, right?
Hornets. Yes. Later was on the Nets. He actually led the league in steals as a net, I believe.
Oh, did he really? Yeah. So I'm gonna work on getting that done for him.
That's so sweet. Because see, that memory of mine, it was 1990 that my roommate in college and I did that. We created a drinking game.
Okay.
Where what we would do is we'd get, 5 or 6 guys together for pre-gaming before we'd go out. And just for fun, everybody would get a pack of basketball cards. It started with basketball cards. And we called it playing cards. And you would get the pack in front of you, and you would, based on the information on the card, you'd put out trivia questions. Like, if you can name, it says, like, if you can name what is Del Curry's actual given first name, and then you'd put odds out there, 6 sips to a beer, and you'd put odds out there, and somebody would take the bet or not take the bet, or you'd negotiate what you do, yay or nay, and that would just give you something to do while if there was no game on, and it was a blast, and you'd learn about the players and stuff. And the answer to that is Wardell. It's Wardell Curry. But if you knew previous teams, if you knew the college, if you knew exact height or whatever it might be, and it became a thing. And to this day, I found out, I ran into a former baseball teammate of mine who told me to this day, he and his friends and brothers, when he goes on his annual fishing trip, they still play that game. It was hysterical. And I hadn't thought of it in forever.
Funny you bring up Del Curry. I think Jackie pulled a Del Curry card too.
Did he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he was doing, and Del Curry's been doing some of the Amazon Prime analysis. He's really good.
Yeah, he also pulled Will Purdue. So I said, I'll
get that for you.
I'll
get you. Yeah, he'll sign that.
So anyway, so we're walking around. You should, dude. We should go because you would love it, and we'd spend hours walking around at all the different. Well, first of all, the cars thing is one thing, but then all the antique stuff is just really cool. The treasure hunting. But there was one vendor that had a giant table, and the cards were all individual, and they were all in sleeves.
Okay.
And there was probably, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000 cards just out there on this table. And they were Pokemon cards and like different, they weren't sports cards at all. There was Pokemon and like Star Wars, other collectible things.
I've got some original Star Wars cards.
But they had Garbage Pail Kids.
I remember.
And so we started going through and just looking, and the 4 of us were on a mission to find everyone's name in a Garbage Pail Kid.
This sounds like a day.
Oh, dude, we had a great day. And so we were able to find, so we found a Jack and a Jackson.
Okay.
We found a Lucas. We found a couple of Nats, N-A-T, Nat.
No
we found
Henry?
a couple of Mats. We found Henry. We found Hank.
Okay.
The only thing we couldn't find is Griffin. There was no Griffin. And we went through these cards, and I had stacks as I was going through them. But we found his middle name, so we pulled that one at least. So Natalie had a funny idea. She was like, you guys should take your roster of players on your show and make them into like garbage pail cards using like AI to create like playing cards for all the guys on our roster.
That's not a bad name.
It's not a bad idea, right?
Well, it's funny when I hear the name Griffin. I saw a really funny, I forgot if it was on Twitter or Blue Sky. Somebody mentioned we got Major League Baseball players right now. You have the free agent pitcher Griffin Canning.
Mm-hmm.
And there's also the recently selected out of LSU, Griffin Herring. So if you put both Griffins together, you have Canning Herring.
Oh, that's good.
So they could go into business together.
They could can herring.
Right.
I
just thought that was
Are there
cute.
any Bobs in the league right now?
No.
Right,
No, Bob
right?
Seymour's gone. I think Bob Seymour went to, where did he go? Korea? There was a Bob last year.
Right, but there's no Bobs this year.
He was the first Bob in like 20 years.
Right.
Yeah, he's Japan. Bob Seymour is with the Oryx Buffaloes.
Okay.
That was it. We had a brief appearance of a Bob.
A Bob.
That's it.
Not a mono Bob.
No, not mono
Our new
Bob.
favorite Olympic sport.
And not Pope Bob. No, it was Bob Seymour is currently plying his trade for the Oryx Buffaloes of the NPB, the Nippon Professional Baseball League.
Hey, we talked about quarterbacks and the state of the quarterback in the NFL yesterday, and one of the guys that we mentioned was Derek Carr, because there's a lot of talk about Derek Carr coming out of retirement, and he said he would come out of retirement if there was a chance to win a Super Bowl. I don't know if he meant that as a spectator on the sideline or if he meant he would actually participate in the games. But I saw this article today, 5 good landing spots for Derek Carr, and they have them in order 1 through 5. And I'm going to start from the bottom because number 1 is a place I want to see him land. Number 5, they have the Falcons. Number 4, the Chiefs. Number 3, the Colts. Number 2, the Steelers. And number 1, yes,
Let me
please
guess.
make this happen.
Vikings.
The Vikings.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Yes. Make that happen for me. Please let Derek Carr land in Minnesota to battle it out with J.J. McCarthy and Max Brosmer and the injured Carson Wentz.
Let's go. That's perfect.
You talk about a quarterback room from what they had to where they're at.
Hey, man, they're like the new Bears.
Oh, yeah. I love it.
We're just going to keep going through them and bringing more in, and you hope one shows you something, and then you fire a bunch of executives. At least they got a nice building to play in.
All right, I saw this again too, and I don't know if this is going to annoy you or I don't know. So we'll see what your reaction is.
I'm waiting.
Former Chicago Bear Blake Brockermeyer on CBS Sports.
We used to make fun of him having the flashing red light on his head when his guy ran by him.
Yes.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Stop that guy from running past you.
You have 15 seconds to reach minimum safe distance.
Before you explode.
I know. Remember, it's like the end of Alien.
Yes.
Whoop, whoop.
So he did a redraft of the 2025 draft, and we've done this once before, and we both questioned why Colston Loveland didn't move up in the draft, given the season. So you get the whole year in play. Obviously, we know coming in injured, but we saw how the whole year played out. Why didn't Colston Loveland move up in the draft? So our guy, Turnstile, Blake Brockermeyer, he redid the draft for us, Dan.
Okay.
Colston Loveland stayed at 10.
All right. Okay. I don't get it. Hey, didn't I see is Brockermeyer's kid in college football last year? I swear to God, I saw a Brockermeyer in a big game. I saw a Brockermeyer. There's no way. Was it?
I did too. No. You're exactly right. I did.
It wasn't Texas because he went to Texas, but it was somewhere else. And
you're right. You're
and
right.
I remember saying something like, "That's got to be Blake Brockermeyer's kid."
So we saw the same game because I did the exact same thing. But where and when was that? So Brockermeyer has 4 sons with twins, James and Tommy, as well as Luke playing high-level college. James Brockermeyer is currently an offensive lineman at the University of Miami.
Maybe that's it. Yes, it's got to be.
Yes. While his twin brother, Tommy Brockermeyer, retired from football after playing in Alabama and TCU. Older brother, Luke Brockermeyer, played linebacker at Texas. So that's who it was. It was James Brockermeyer, and it was the Miami game.
Could you imagine feeding those children?
No, I don't like feeding the boys I have here home now.
Right, who are relatively normal sized.
Yes.
Could you
right now they're normal
seriously?
sized.
Could you imagine? That would be like slopping hogs. Like you'd have to come home and fill a trough with meat.
Well, we were talking about it already because it's kind of amazing with 2 13-year-olds and 11 and a half and a 10-year-old, the food that we can go through at certain meals. And I'm like just projecting ahead to high school. Like I said, like a family dinner is going to be like 15 chicken breasts, you know?
Well,
like
yeah, well, you're
stupid.
At that point, you're better off just like doing entire chickens. It's going to get too
having
expensive.
Them in the backyard?
Maybe raising your own.
Oh, I can go through I buy a pack of 18 eggs. I can do that in 2 days.
Yeah, we eat a lot of eggs in our house too.
Yeah,
a lot.
So yeah, I couldn't imagine. And then how cool is that though? I mean, you got twins playing football at the same time. You had another kid who played football. Yeah, so it had to have been the Miami-Indiana game, I would bet, because I don't recall any other Miami games I paid close attention to. But yeah, I saw the back of the jersey, and I was like, that's got to be Blake Brockermeyer's kid.
He did not have the
no, he did not
revolving
have the
red
light on top of his head. So yeah, so Blake Brockermeyer, he redid the 2025 draft, and Colston Loveland stayed at 10. And I still
don't know how.
I still believe, given the year that they saw, that the Jaguars at 2, and I know they moved up, and they took Travis Hunter, right? The Giants at 3. Oh no, the Giants, they would have taken Jackson Dart if they redraft, because they took Abdul Carter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Jaguars or the Panthers would have taken Colston Loveland before he got to the Bears at 10, if you get the redraft.
All I know is with every year that goes by, he's going to move up that list.
Yeah.
And was that Frank?
It was Frank. There was
Frank.
I was going through DBU and I was getting stuff ready, And what read were you doing? What did you do in the middle? Omaha Steaks. And there's a brief pause in between words, and you get to hear both dogs bark in the Omaha Steaks commercial.
See, they're going to be vying for publicity in space now. They both want time. They want exposure.
They hear you do the Omaha Steaks, and they want.
That's what it is. Yes, they're excited for steak. When I talk about grass-fed, grain-finished, or everything that they want, they hear about the fine marbling and all that, and then the dog's like, "Wait a second."
Yeah, they like a good ribeye or a nice big fresh pile of poo. So, the franchise tag is opening up today in the NFL as well.
It is?
Yeah. So I think we're going to consider tagging you for the next year, but maybe not.
No, we don't have to worry about that at the moment. We're
going to give you the lowest salary of the bottom 5 guys, though, at your position.
No, I would take the average of the top whatever at the position. You want to go do top do the podcaster salaries? I'm in. Absolutely. Slap that tag on me.
Oh yeah, we don't need to worry about.
And you can do it at the Chicago Sex Dungeon.
We're good. We're good for this year, so they don't have to worry about either one of us.
Okay, just making sure.
But we do need to check on Adam to the list, though, because
put him on there. It's ironic if you're going to add Adam to the list. Done.
All right, so I think we should take some of our guys' names and then use it with the AI before it ruins sports. We can make like trading cards, DBU trading cards.
There's so many possibilities. There's so many possibilities. We could open our own data center, our own like AI data center, and we can use all of the water in Lake Michigan to power it.
Okay, I'm in. And then should the background of all the playing cards though be a sex dungeon? Is that what the background should be?
Sure. Okay. We could do sex dungeon cards, and then it could be because you know how they used to do like the little illustrations, and it would say things at the bottom of the baseball card, and it would show a picture of like a guy working on an engine. It's like in his spare time, Bob Schmerman loves to work on transmissions.
Bob Schmerman.
Yeah, I needed a Bob. So it could
He's the friendly Ford dealer, wasn't he?
No, that's Harry Schmerler, the singing Ford dealer.
Oh, okay, that's right.
You know, Bob Schmerman, the friendly.
He wasn't friendly. He was singing.
Right. He might have been an asshole, but he would sing.
He was singing angrily.
Right.
All right. So Bob Schmermer was the friendly guy, and Harry Schmermer, what's his name?
Rockabye your baby. Hi, I'm Harry Schmerler, your singing Ford dealer
on Ogden Avenue in Berwyn.
Is that where he was?
Yeah, it's my guy.
Was he standing outside singing with no pants on?
We used to. I lived right there in Berwyn, so we used to always see the singing friendly Ford dealer. No, he wasn't friendly.
He wasn't friendly. Maybe he was a singing unfriendly Ford dealer. I know what Terry would ask him. Terry would walk in there and he would probably say, "How's your Harry Schmerler?" You know he'd ask that.
100%. That's right. Harry Schmerler. And not your guy, Bob Schmermer.
No, he's different. And not Bob Rohrman. He's different too.
Roar.
Yeah. It was, that's a Chicago legend right there. I wish car dealers would go back to doing that.
Oh, you don't see local commercials anymore?
I really don't.
Oh, I do. And watching even like sports, you get to see local commercials.
Sometimes,
and it's always the owner of the car dealership, and they always have like just a blank, dead stare in their face. And like, hey, buddy, you shouldn't be off camera because I don't want to go to your dealership because of you. No, the guy I like, Bob Locurcio. He's the guy who's like, what do you say? You'll like buying a car this way. He seems nice, it, right?
No, that's
the suit guy.
That's
the suit guy.
Yeah, Men's Warehouse. What's his name?
Sid Caesar. Sid Luckman. Sid.
Oh, you're thinking of Hairline Creations guy.
Oh, but doesn't he guarantee it? Didn't the hair guy guarantee your hair?
I don't know what he guaranteed. What was his name? Cy Sperling.
Oh, Cy Sperling is a suit guy, wasn't he?
No, I thought. Well, who was the Hairline Creations guy? Where there's like a really sad-looking Steve Ontiveros there. It's like you open TV Guide, and it was like Steve Ontiveros looked like a crackhead, and then he got his brand new plastic hair, and then he was all happy. He didn't look like a crackhead anymore.
Yeah, I'm sure our listeners will tell us. But I think like the guys that still do local car dealership ads now, it's always the owner. And they always have a blank stare on their face. And they're always like, you should come down to our dealership because we are the best Acura dealer in the state of Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Come by and see our big showroom. And we have coffee in the waiting room for you too. Like, no, I don't want to go because you look like you're being held hostage in a basement.
There aren't a lot of guys that do that anymore.
Come buy a car before this man kills me. Here's today's date in the newspaper.
Yeah, because it used to be the thing. And Solozzi and Edelson, the easiest by far the easiest to tell apart. Like if you could ask anybody which one's Solozzi, which one's Edelson. You got one guy with the slick back hair and the double-breasted, this massive guy in the double-breasted suit.
The Tommy gun in his hand.
Might as well. He's like a huge bowl of pasta. And then you've got Edelson over there with the little mousy-looking accountant guy with the little mustache. And
who's who?
Right. He might have.
If you can guess who's who, we'll give you $500 off this car before I shoot you.
My guess, that's Solozzi. That's Edelson.
Yeah.
How'd you know?
We need more of that. Oh, you know what I saw at the antique store the other day was the Harris Bank. The Lion bank, like the actual
Hubert.
coin. Yeah, Hubert. It was a coin bank.
Piggy bank.
Yeah,
I've got one.
I thought of you.
There's still one, I think, on the dresser.
I almost bought it for you. I was gonna get, but it was $18, and it was little too pricey for me.
Well, was it full?
No, it was empty, and then there was no stopper in the hole, so your coins would have just fallen right out.
Well, it's probably appropriate.
It's a bad bank.
That's how you teach kids about money.
That's right. You go to save it, it's gone. Go to save it, it's gone. Go to save it, it's gone.
Take it out and spend it on something.
Yeah.
That would be like what my aunt, every time she would give me a birthday present or a Hanukkah present, whatever it was. And very, very generous woman. And my father would always say, you know what we're going to do with this? We're going to put this away, because he would always explain compound interest and saying, I know this is going to burn. I always say, you don't let it burn a hole in your pocket. If we put this in, if you look at what this is going to be with basic compound interest 5 years from now, you're going to, and then wait till you see what this is. Where she would then track me down after, and she's like, did my brother give you the whole thing about compound interest and all that? I'm like, yes. And she goes, listen, it's my gift to you. I want you to piss it away. Yeah. It was always what she said, and what she would always write, like in the memo on the check later, even, you piss it away.
That's great.
Is what she would say. She
well,
said
that's my guy Jackie. I'm gonna have to work with him because, dude, he gets any kind of gift or something, whatever, birthday or Christmas, whatever it could be. He's got money in his pocket. His pants literally start on fire.
No, they do not.
They literally start on fire. They do.
But it's all gift cards now. Now it's like it's Starbucks gift cards, it's Dick's Sporting Goods gift cards, Sephora for Zoe.
Oh, like, dude, the second he gets something, it's like we've got to go spend it. Like it's gonna explode if he doesn't spend it right away. Like we've got to go. We've got to go today and get rid of it.
My present arrived the other day.
What was that?
I was so excited.
Wait, your slippers? You told us about.
No,
the
that was from Beth. I bought myself a present.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, why are your slippers so stinky?
I don't know. I didn't do to them. I didn't think they were.
Do you run marathons in them, or what do you do?
Yeah, I run a marathon to make slippers.
Like why? No, how do house slippers get smelly?
I didn't think they were that bad.
Your feet stink? You got an issue?
I didn't think so.
You got the stinky feety?
I don't know. She didn't like them. I don't know. Maybe I moved them to a basement or something. But the new one's supposed to be great. But anyway,
what'd you get?
I'm so excited. So excited. I needed to find a telescopic landing net.
Oh, okay.
And I needed one that was light, that I could carry with me, and not like always keep it in the car. I don't just go to a fishing spot and stand there. I'm always moving. Yeah, no,
I saw you. We were looking online the other day, and I said you should get one and carry it with you everywhere you go.
And I got one.
Okay.
And it only weighs 2 pounds, and it extends out to 80 inches.
Oh, so you get to work out too with it.
It's fantastic. Nice.
You can do some curls.
It's one of these things that I'm probably going to catch one fish. It's going to break in half, but and I'll go get another one because the price was great. But I was so excited.
Where'd you find it at online?
I found it with shipping for $30.
What was the store?
I think it was actually from a Walmart somewhere.
Okay.
But it was an unbelievable price for exactly the net I wanted. I will report to you soon on how well it does. But I am optimistic.
So it gets to 80 inches?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
And then it pushes all the way down, light as a feather. It's got the rubberized net thing, and it comes in a carry bag. Everything. It's perfect.
Well,
So
congratulations.
I've been walking around the house bothering people with it, and they told me to put it in my car.
Do you extend it all the way out and then like put it over Beth's head? There you go. Good man.
Or just sort of from
That's
another
exactly what
room.
you should do with it, yes.
From another room, tap people on the shoulders. They don't even know I'm there. They see this thing coming out of the butler's pantry.
Or if she asks you for it, like to get her anything, just put it in the net and just hand it to her from across the room. Yes, that's a good.
Don't give away my next moves.
I'd like to get one just to have one.
Oh,
Not even
it's
for fishing.
It's a cool thing to have.
Sounds like fun.
It can extend as far as you want. It's great. All right. Well, that's going to do it for, apparently, that's going to do it. You got a little.
We talked a lot of football to start.
Yeah,
It's
you did.
fine.
Then you got a little bonus 25 minutes
It's
on there.
February 17th. I mean, seriously.
Seriously. It's Forward Progress, nominally a Chicago Bears and NFL podcast on 312 Sports.
Forward progress has stopped. 10, 219, 219.
Forward Progress. A Chicago Bears podcast with Dan Bernstein and Matt Bowen on 312 Sports.